Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of the colors by the John Glenn High School JROTC Color Guard, followed by the singing of the national anthem by the Glenn Singers. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. Would everyone please be seated? It's not very loud. Good morning. My name is Denise Brennan, Assistant Principal at John Glenn High School. I would like to welcome you to the commencement ceremony for the graduating class of 2012. The John Glenn Singers, under the direction of Mr. Scott Kramer, have just sung the national anthem and will now sing one more selection entitled Imagine by John Lennon. Mr. Kramer?
Hi, I'm Brooke Femat, Senior Class President. Today is our last day being together as a class. Of course, many of us will be back to visit our favorite teachers, attend Rocket football games, or the annual homecoming dance. But this is the last time we will all be together, the class of 2012. Look around. Some of the people you're sitting next to, you've known since kindergarten. School is where we learn to read and write, we learn the difference between right and wrong, and most importantly, we've met lifelong friends. As we leave here today as graduates, we must look back at how we got here. Always be grateful for the loved ones in your life. Always keep them close to your hearts. Without their love and support, for most, walking across this stage would virtually be impossible. Throughout our educational career, we've been told which seat to sit in, how to dress, and how to act. We've dealt with 4 years of taking required classes that may not have related to our lives. But those same classes have taught us valuable life lessons. Having the perseverance to complete these classes has helped to bring us all here today to be part of the graduating class of 2012. In this moment, we are in control. We decide our futures, and we choose our own paths. Some of us will do the unthinkable, performing groundbreaking procedures to save strangers' lives as a doctor, preserving endangered species for generations to come as a marine biologist, captivating audiences around the world as a famous movie director, courageously serving the country and protecting our freedom as a general in the Army, or making children smile and dreams come true as a Disney princess. The possibilities are endless. This fall, we will learn that the halls of John Glenn will no longer be ours. We will be faced with packing our things, saying our goodbyes to our loved ones in hopes of moving on to a new life. We are brave enough to move forward and create the lives we've always dreamt of. We must all realize that by avoiding risk and fear of failure, we've essentially failed already. It is our turn to make a difference. It is our turn to do something great. Our greatness stems from great teachings and even greater people. My mom once told me that the hardships that come my way are just stepping stones to something greater. This idea is true for today, our graduation day. We waited our entire lives for this day to come, but we can now look towards the future, towards a world full of opportunities waiting to be discovered. Congratulations, Class 2012.
Good morning. My name is Maria Idunate, First Vice President for the Class of 2012. It will be my pleasure to introduce the members of the Wayne Westland Board of Education who have come here today to honor our graduating seniors. These dedicated individuals are charged with establishing the policies and procedures for the entire school district and spend countless hours ensuring a quality education for all. Their efforts are greatly appreciated. Please hold your applause until all members of the board have been introduced. President Carol Medell, Vice President John Gochi, Secretary Cindy Schofield, Treasurer Shauna Walker, Trustee Tom Buckaloo, Trustee Frederick L. Weaver.
Hello, my name is Angelique McCullers, and I am the treasurer of the class of 2012. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the superintendent and the members of his cabinet. Each member of the cabinet is dedicated to providing the best educational opportunities possible for each Wayne Westland student. Please hold your applause until all members of the cabinet have been introduced. Superintendent Dr. Gregory J. Barrissey. Deputy Superintendent of Educational Services, Dr. Paul Salah. Also with us today, Senior Executive Director of Special Education, Mr. John Mills.
Hello, my name is Aberichi Obwaku, Student Council President. The John Glenn staff is divided into 12 departments with a chairperson representing each department. Each chair has a wide range of experience in their subject area and commits many extra hours every year to our educational program. Department chairs, please stand when your name is read and remain standing until all department chairs have been introduced. Audience, please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Ms. Heather Nimmerguth, Business. Mr. Martin Sylvester, Career and Technology Education. Ms. Susan Curtis, English Language Arts. Ms. Sherry Grove, Fine Arts. Mr. Jim Thomas, representing the Guidance Department. Ms. Linda Turner, Life Skills. Mrs. Heather Rumley, Mathematics. Mr. Ron Staples, Physical Education. Mrs. Kathy German, Science. Mrs. Michelle Anderson, Social Science. Mrs. Christine Hayes, representing Special Needs. And Ms. Leslie Rosane, World Languages.
Hello, my name is Samantha Holland, Secretary of the Class of 2012. It is my pleasure to introduce the John Glenn and Career Tech staff. These are the people most directly responsible for providing students with the knowledge and skills to be successful in their daily lives. Without their guidance and dedication, we would not be here today. Would the John Glenn and Career Tech staff stand? Please give them a round of applause. Now it is my pleasure to be able to say a few words about our class sponsors, Ms. Stephanie Cleland and Ms. Heather Nimmerguth. Some people probably don't know what class sponsors are or that we even have class sponsors. Well, class sponsors are the ones who make sure that we have raised enough money by senior year for our shirts, hoodies, and most importantly, prom. Freshman year, I joined class council, and Ms. Cleland and Ms. Fema were amazing sponsors who helped us decorate the freshman hallway for homecoming week. They also helped us organize and understand what we had to do and what we were trying to accomplish by being in class council. Although Ms. Fema had to step down as one of our sponsors sophomore year, Ms. Nimmerguth was eager to help. Ms. Cleland and Ms. Nimmerguth always had great fundraiser ideas and always made sure everyone knew about meetings and knew what we were doing. From selling food at the concession stands during football season, kissing the seniors goodbye last year, prom ticket sales this year, and many more events over the years, we were able to make sure we could have the best senior year ever and make sure prom was perfect. Not only are they our sponsors, but they actually cared about our thoughts and ideas and openly agreed or disagreed with them. They put so much thought and effort into our class and made sure they could do all they possibly could for us. Without them and their organization, hard work, and dedication, none of this would have been possible. So I want to personally say that I will miss them, and on behalf of the graduating class of 2012, thank you.
Good morning, my name is Bria Kimbrough and I am first Vice President of Student Council. I have the privilege of introducing the administration of William D. Ford Career Technical Center in John Glenn High School. These educators represent the leaders of today just like we represent the leaders of tomorrow. As leaders, they have to provide us with direction to make it through the last 4 years with the skill to live a lifetime. Please hold your applause until all administrators have been introduced. William D. Ford Career Technical Center Administration, Principal, Mr. Stephen K. Assistant Principal, Mrs. Susan Wilk. John Glenn Administration, Principal, Mr. David Ingham. Assistant Principal, Mrs. Denise Brennan. Assistant Principal, Mrs. Marva Foster. Assistant Principal, Mr. Adam Martin. Athletic Administrator, Mr. Greg Ambrose.
Dr. Barresi began his professional career as a high school teacher in 1974. Since that time, he has taught at the college level and served as a department chairperson, assistant principal, principal, vocational director, assistant superintendent, and presently as the superintendent of the Wayne Westland Community School District. Dr. Barresi has been the superintendent of the Wayne Westland Community School District for 15 years. He is the longest serving superintendent in the history of the Wayne Westland Community School District, and we continue to find him working enthusiastically for the good of our students. Over the years, Dr. Barresi has established himself as a strong advocate for quality public education. He has provided legislative testimony at both the federal and state levels of government. He has successfully lobbied for improved school legislation. Under his leadership, the district continues to improve the educational environment for students in all schools, preparing them to compete in a global marketplace. Dr. Barresi continues to focus his full efforts on making Wayne Westland the best place to be for students, parents, staff, and the community. Regardless of the issues that may lie ahead, we can rest assured that our superintendent will support our community and your sons and daughters. Without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Barresi.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ambrose. Good morning, everyone. Welcome and congratulations to the class of 2012. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, members of the class of 2012, it is both a pleasure and an honor for me to be part of this significant occasion and to be on stage to share with you in your commencement exercises. I am so proud of each and every graduate that is with us today. You made it. You are about to cross one of the most important thresholds in your career. Your journey thus far has been special, and each of your journeys have been different, filled with academic success, athletic victories, friendships that will last a lifetime, and a journey that has been met by a number of detours and a few forks in the road. The important thing is, you are here today and your hard work is paying off big dividends. Congratulations to each and every one of you. I would be remiss if I didn't recognize the people that helped you reach this milestone, the moms, the dads, and the grandparents, the aunts and the uncles, the sisters and the brothers, your friends, and all of those who have loved you and stood behind you every step of the way on this journey. I also want to recognize the outstanding and devoted administrators and teachers that believed in you and helped keep you on track. All of you are part of the Wayne Westland Community Schools family, and I thank you. We couldn't have done it without you. The class of 2012 has helped set new standards of achievement for other classes to emulate. Our graduates have added to the excellence of John Glenn High School, and it has sustained John Glenn pride. This graduating class is among the brightest and the best that have ever crossed this stage. They have completed one of the most rigorous curriculums and academic programs ever from one of the state's finest high schools, and that's John Glenn High School. The requirements for graduation are among the most rigorous across schools in this entire nation. So please let me share and celebrate with you the many achievements and accomplishments of our graduates here today. The John Glenn class of 2012 has earned over $2.1 million in scholarships. There are 13 valedictorians. There are 94 academic letters that have been awarded to this graduating class, and that requires a 3.5 grade point average or better. Our graduates have also received regional, state, and national honors in academia, athletics, competitions, and the arts. Students have been selected by the media and TV as the brightest and the best. And there are 42 Presidential Education Awards for academic excellence, and that requires a cumulative grade point average of 3.8 for over 4 years. Our graduates have also been involved in extraordinary service learning programs and projects, and that involved charity work, providing clothes, food, and money for the less fortunate. And they've also been involved in a numerous number of other projects throughout the entire community, and we thank them for that. Several of our graduates have made the ultimate sacrifice. They have enlisted in the armed forces, and they will be serving our country with honor and valor. We wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for you and all of those that have served before you. We must never forget, freedom isn't free. If you are a graduate joining the military, if you're also an ROTC student enrolled in college committed to the military, please stand and remain standing. Those in the audience who have served in the military, please also stand and remain standing. Those currently serving in the military, I would also like you to stand and remain standing. We owe all of you a great sense of gratitude, and ladies and gentlemen, please join me one more time for a round of applause to show them our appreciation. Thank you. Whether it was for academics, the arts, career technical education, athletics, or other school-sponsored extracurricular activities, the honors and the awards for our graduates go on and on. Congratulations on your many extraordinary accomplishments. We are all so very proud of you. It's been a long-standing tradition that the superintendent address the graduating class and provide a little parting knowledge, advice, or some encouragement. So understanding all of that and knowing that you can't wait to get that diploma in your hands, I'll do my best to be reasonably short, meaningful, and focus on our graduates here today. Graduates, I'd like you to stay with me for just a couple more minutes here. And if there's anything that you remember from today, please remember the following. Your greatest challenge as you begin your next journey in life is how you live out your personal story. Challenges can be stepping stones or stumbling blocks. It's just a matter of how you view them. I want you to take time to reflect on your family who have supported you and who love you. You will find from this point forward, you will have an unprecedented appreciation for your family as time goes on. Family will always be there for you during good times and bad. So make sure today sometime you thank your family members and let them know how much you love them for everything that they have done for you. It's the right thing to do, and yes, it's even cool. I ask you to be contributing members to our society. I ask you to avoid greed and selfishness, work hard, be ethical, and do your work the way you would expect others to do theirs. Be kind and respectful. Remember the golden rule, to treat others as you would like to be treated. Be patient. Give others time. Be a good listener before you react. Don't allow ignorance and cruelty to define your character. Be honest. Have truthful conversations. Truthful conversations with compassion and understanding are powerful, and they can change the dynamics of a relationship. It is the foundation of trust. Provide encouragement and inspiration to others and be accountable for your actions. Apologize and forgive. There's nothing wrong with saying I'm sorry. Accept I'm sorry. Don't hold a grudge and always be graceful. Take time to look around you and reflect. Ask yourself, am I the person I want to be? And if not, what do I need to do to change paths? And lastly, Don't be influenced by special interests or small groups of naysayers or misguided people. Be a leader, not a follower. Knowledge, education, and good judgment are the formula for success. Be your beautiful self. Be all you can be. Dave Keach said this: long-term success is built on credibility and on establishing enduring, loving relationships with quality people based on mutually earned trust. Cut all ties with dishonest, negative, lazy people and associate with people who share your values, because you can become who you associate with. Remember, you are more educated than any generation that has come before you. You have more educational resources and technology than any generation before you. You are prepared to compete in a global marketplace. I challenge each and every one of you to use your power, education, and skill to restore the value of responsibility, civility, and character back into our society, the value of education and hard work. And remember, the greatest rewards in life don't come from instant gratification, but from sustained effort and hard work. Don't be blinded by ignorance. Maintain the highest level of civility in our public debate. Be tolerant and enhance diversity. Accept responsibility for your own destiny. Be honest with your inner self. Create the highest, grandest vision possible for your life, because you can become what you believe. And remember, no one, not your parents, not the government, not society, and not the courts, no one owes you anything. Your dreams are the blueprints of the soul. They should take you by the hand and lead you towards your purpose and passion in life. Mr. Ingham, I'd like to thank you and your staff for a job well done. You have prepared our graduates for tomorrow's challenges. It is my prayer for our graduates and their parents, family, teachers, and friends that you choose to live your life courageously and honorable with high purpose, and in doing so, give definition to your lives. On behalf of the Wayne Westland Community Schools Board of Education, and from all of us associated with this fine educational institution, I salute and commend each and every graduate of the class of 2012 today who has achieved this outstanding accomplishment in their educational career. Good luck and Godspeed.
My name is Sarah Tormina, First Publicity Manager for the class of 2012. John Glenn High School community is proud of its instrumental music program. These students do an outstanding job at delivering music at concerts, competitions, and activities. They have been recognized and received numerous awards for their outstanding performances. Under the direction of Mr. Scott Kramer, the orchestra, strings, and symphonic chamber winds will be playing the musical selection Dvorak Symphony No. 5 Finale, arranged by Antonin Dvorak. Mr. Kramer.
22 years ago, the department chairs at John Glenn High School established an award for graduates who have excelled in their chosen field. Nominations for the Distinguished Alumni Award are requested from the community in March of each year. This year's department chairs selected Mr. Richard LeBlanc of the graduating class of 1976. After graduating from John Glenn, Mr. LeBlanc earned a Bachelor of Arts degree from Concordia College in Ann Arbor, and then went on to secure credits toward a graduate degree from Wayne State University. Currently, Mr. LeBlanc serves as the state representative for the 18th District and was recently re-elected to that position. He is a member of the House Appropriations Committee and is chairman of the Michigan State Police and the Military and Veterans Affairs Committee. Prior to his service in Lansing, Mr. LeBlanc was most recently employed by Ford Motor Company, the Canton Police Department, and the Advanced Driving Academy. Of all of those jobs, including patrol activities, Mr. LeBlanc says his role as a driver education instructor was the most frightening. In addition to becoming elected 3 times as a state representative, Mr. LeBlanc was elected once to the Wayne-Westland Board of Education and 3 times to the Wayne-Westland City Council. He is also active within numerous civic and community groups, including being a member of the Westland Friendship Center. He has been married for over 32 years to his wife, Cheryl. They have 2 adult sons and 2 granddaughters. Their son, Rick, resides in Westland, and their son, Jeff, lives with his family in Canton. We are so pleased to have a person of this magnitude with us today. It is with great pride that I introduce Mr. Richard LeBlanc, class of 1976.
Good morning. To Principal Ingham, Assistant Principals Brennan, Foster, and Martin, Cabinet members, faculty, staff, parents, family members, friends, members of the Board of Education, Superintendent Barresi, and most of all, to you, good morning to the class of 2012 John Glenn High School. I'm so honored to be here today to speak with you as you finish the first part of your lives and move on to the next part of the journey. And I'm also honored to speak to you today as the 2012 Alumni of the Year. It's a rare privilege, and I'm humbled to be recognized and to join the list of other John Glenn Distinguished Alumni Award honorees. Today is your day, and you're all to be congratulated for working hard and for earning your high school diploma. Now, as a fellow Rocket, I can assure you I never expected to be here doing this. Really. I graduated this school 36 years ago with less than flying colors. My GPA was about a 2.0, and I'm not asking for a show of hands as to who might be in the same boat I was, but I will say to everyone, I had a fantastic time at John Glenn. You know, you've already heard this today. Your work in high school was much more advanced than when I graduated. Times have changed. Much more is expected of you than when I was in the school. And in 1976, John Glenn was in the middle of the woods, about a half-mile off a main road, at the end of a dead-end street. It had a lot going for it, and it was the envy of a lot of other people. The Westland Police Department was also on Marquette Road. However, a 500-foot buffer of woods separated the school from the police department. So there was no road going through. Officers had to drive 2.5 miles by road to reach a school they could see through the woods. And as such, some of us, myself included, would race our muscle cars, because that's what they were back then. In the parking lot, we didn't have a lot of fear of getting caught. And while it was fun, it was not real smart. You know, and in a way, it was really symbolic of how I treated high school. Fast, foolish, very little effort, and then move on to the next thing. And as I said, make no mistake about it, though, my time at John Glenn was wonderful, and I remember my entire high school career with fondness. When I left high school, I received a tool and die apprenticeship and found myself in college in 1977. And I was really fortunate to have one of those proverbial professors. During the second week of one class, he asked me to stay after for a few moments on the second week. Basically, he told me to knock it off. He said, quit acting like the same smart aleck that you were probably in high school, because that wasn't going to fly in college. He said he saw something in me and that I needed to apply myself. And by the way, I'm going to guess that he said that to a lot of guys. I was nothing special. It was nothing special about me, but he probably thought, I'll give a guy like this one last ditch effort. But his comment really did make a difference, and I remember reflecting on it, and I wish I could remember his name, because it would truly be one of those hallmark moments. I went on to get an A or a 4.0 in every class since then. Through my baccalaureate degree, midway through the graduate degree that I never finished, I've maintained a perfect score. I also finished first academically in the police academy in the 1980s. And I've been elected publicly 7 times, so it's a pretty good deal. Concentration on academics really did change me. And so I really wish I could remember this guy, but that's not how it is. So if you're out there, thank you. My parents, thank you. Now, while considering what to say to you, to the class of 2012, I thought about things that changed my life. Of course, there's my family. As you heard a moment ago, I'm exceptionally grateful for my wife of 32 years, my sons, my granddaughters, and for my other family members. And there's other things that have presented themselves to me, but amongst the things that give me greatest joy, the greatest joy outside my family, is helping others through service and volunteerism. I remember as a young adult, my dad told me, he said, find something and work to make it better. I found my wife. That didn't work. She made me better. And she's here today. Cheryl, thank you. So when our eldest son began school at Madison Elementary, down the street from my house in 1985, I was really excited to join the PTA. The PTA was really excited because they had new meat. Somebody who didn't know how much work it was going to be wanted to help. And little did I know that a bit of interest combined with a small amount of encouragement from the late Principal Phil Burke, a truly great guy, would jumpstart my volunteerism and my service. So while serving as a PTA president in the late 1980s, I came across then Westland Mayor Robert Thomas. He was at a store near the mall, and I approached him and I said, you know, I'd really like to get involved in the community. I've lived here my whole life. If there's something that I can do to help, I'd like to be considered. We chatted for just a couple of minutes, and a few weeks later, I became notified that the mayor wanted to meet. So it wasn't long after that that I became a member of the library board, and working with colleagues from both Wayne and Westland, in less than 7 years from that date, each of us had our own brand new library in our communities. It was quite a deal, and I was a part of it, and I was really pleased. During that time, I also became elected to both the Wayne Westland Board of Education and then later the Westland City Council. And during that time and through to this date, I've been a member of or have volunteered for probably a couple of dozen entities within our town, some that you might recognize, like the Historical Commission, the Youth Advisory Program, Youth Assistance Program rather, Goodfellows, and a bunch of others. And by the way, except for a stipend for some of those for the Board of Education and the Council, it was not with pay. And so I'll admit that there's times when I get all wrapped up in this stuff that I think I might lose the true meaning of service, what it means to others. But then I see something that reminds me how important it is to give to our communities and to give to each other. So on my way to the Westland Friendship Center 2 weeks ago yesterday, This is, of course, a senior citizen facility near Newburgh and Marquette. I was looking forward to seeing the 200 or so people that were gathered there for the annual Senior Health and Resources Day. I had a lot of swag to give away. When you become a senior, you'll be required to get a bag, and everything you see you put in the bag and take it home. So I had a lot. I don't mean senior in high school, by the way. I mean senior citizen. So as I was turning into the somewhat full parking lot, I noticed that there was a car coming out, which seemed odd. And on the placard, rather on the dashboard of that vehicle was a placard. And a gentleman was driving the car, older than me. The placard said Meals on Wheels. That man was delivering nutrition to homebound people, and he was not receiving pay for it. And so I found myself thinking, and I would ask for you to think the same thing, how important that volunteer service is to the recipient of that meal. Wheels volunteers have told me that that's only part of the nutrition that they provide. The other part is companionship, because for some people who are homebound, that Meals on Wheels volunteer is the only person they're going to see for a week, a month, or maybe even longer than that. I suspect the volunteer, quite frankly, gets as much nutrition from the recipient as the recipient gets from the meal. Now, I've said that I've lived basically my whole life, more than half a century, in Westland, so I know the town pretty well. And I'm really focused on this Marquette area, John Glenn High School, other thing, the police department where it used to be. The Berman Center, which is the Westland Center for the Michigan Humane Society, is also on Newburgh and Marquette. And I have to say that it's really a delight for me, and you've probably seen this when you leave the school, to see volunteers walking animals and otherwise taking care of them along the sidewalk. I know when I see the little doggies jumping up and down, I think how joyful they are to have somebody pay attention to them. Now, my volunteerism in service and has benefited me in ways I never expected, never asked for it either. For example, I've met a lot of important people, and I've met a lot of ordinary people like myself. And we have a lot in common, many of us do. I've also learned about more things than I ever thought possible. I've gained a lot of personal satisfaction while I've been out there trying to help others. I've been in the company of President Bill Clinton, President Barack Obama, and through my service with the Canton Police Department, I've worked police details for both President George Bush and many years later his son, President George W. Bush. And let me say that irrespective of party affiliation, shaking hands with the president is a pretty big deal. And it's through service that those things were afforded to me. I remember working the detail in the late 1980s in Canton when the president, I was told, you stand here and when the motorcade comes through, you just look straight ahead. The president saluted me. That was really weird. I saluted him back, of course. That would not have happened but for engaging in public service. As a state representative, I see Governor Snyder somewhat regularly. I work with rich people, poor people, disadvantaged people, people who are more fortunate than you can ever imagine. And I've had exposure to people and things I just would not have expected. But assisting people, helping people, cutting through the red tape is the most important thing that I do. And quite frankly, I've been more fortunate than is fair. So like others who have given similar speeches to similar audiences, I have both a request I think might assist you and advice that I ask you to consider. So Dr. Barassi said something like this in his talk, and he said, essentially, if someone tries to paint a picture of gloom, don't let them. To a degree, we have a lot to say about our destiny. And it's my hope that while creating your destiny, you'll share your talents with others. But you have to start somewhere, and that graduation class 2012 is where the knowledge and skills that you've learned in John Glenn are going to help you. And as our next generation of teachers, parents, elected officials, engineers, police officers, firefighters, volunteers, anything else that's out there that you want, you're the future, and I'm confident that with the tools you've received, you're going to make us all proud. My hope is that you'll find the place you are meant to be, will experience the same joy that I've found in being helpful. And I hope, quite frankly, that one of you get to stand here one day, as I am. So as I conclude these comments, I wish to say this is a great day for all graduates, and I'm very pleased that I was invited to share it with you. So it's been said, if you want something done, ask a busy person, because they know how to get it done. I'm suggesting that you be that busy person. Get things done. Share, volunteer, give service, help people, find the good, be happy, because your enthusiasm will rub off on others. I was almost done. I'm nearly there. I am nearly there. So be like the bumper sticker I saw last week. It was actually pretty cool. It said, wag more, bark less. Wag more, bark less. Really says a lot. You made us all proud today as you finish this high school experience. Go out there and make us all proud again, and whatever you do, thank you. Congratulations to the class of 2012.
All right, good morning, graduates. Today you begin a new path on your journey of life. Your journey will be filled with many joys and also some stumbles, parking lots and roadblocks along the way. You will have a choice. You can either be a passive victim of these circumstances, or you can be the active hero in your own life. Remember, at the end of your days, you will be judged by the journey, not by your stumbles along the way. As you leave today, here are just 5 quick thoughts I want to leave with you for your journey. First, fall in love with the journey. The results you seek will follow. You've got to want to write more than you want to be a writer. You've got to want to heal more than you want to be a doctor. You want to serve more than you want to be a politician. You want to help others learn more than you want to be a teacher. Life is too challenging for external rewards to sustain us very long. The joy is really in the journey. Second, and you've heard this before, do the work. When faced with a difficult task, get yourself ready. Do the work. Find the joy in the process of preparation. Then third, once you're prepared, throw that preparation away. The most rewarding events in your life will have an element of surprise and genuine, honest discovery. Be open to that. Fourth, listen to others. Listening isn't passive. It's a rewarding active skill that you will connect with the world. And fifth, take action. Every story you ever connected with, every leader you ever admired, every little thing you've ever accomplished is a result of action. You will have stumbles along the way, but learn from them and move on. Now, most of you and I started this journey back in the fall of 2008 together. You will go out into a world today that we could not have imagined 4 years ago. In closing this morning, remember, find the joy in the journey, find the satisfaction in the hard work, enjoy the discovery, listen to others around you, and most of all, take action. We in the world need you. Mrs. Carol Medell, members of the Board of Education, fellow educators, parents, friends, and relatives, the members of the class of 2012 who are assembled here today have successfully completed the graduation requirements established by John Glenn High School and the Wayne Westland Community School District. having earned their diplomas signifies that the members of the class of 2012 have met or exceeded the educational standards of the North Central Association and the state of Michigan. We, the administration and faculty of John Glenn High School, recommend the graduating class of 2012 to receive their diplomas with all the rights, responsibilities, and privileges thereof. Mrs. Medell, I now present you the John Glenn graduating class of 2012.
That I have as being school board president is to speak to you, and I promise to keep this short. On behalf of the other school board trustees, I would like to congratulate you on making it to your goal of graduating with a high school degree. My favorite songwriter, Diane Warren, said it best in my favorite song. It's been a long road getting from there to here. It's been a long time, but your time is finally here. Indeed, your time is finally here. Your administrators, teachers, counselors, and most of all, parents and family are so very proud of you and what you have accomplished. You've overcome many obstacles in your life to get here today. Your future now lies before you, and the choices are now yours, and yours alone. It doesn't matter that in kindergarten you wanted to be a doctor, or the ice cream man in the cool truck. It doesn't matter that in middle school you wanted to be a rock star, or an Olympic gold medalist. In high school, you finally began to see a glimpse of your future and what it could hold for you. Your school district and its employees have been there for you the whole time, pushing you, directing you, and making you think. We as educators provided you with the opportunities to expand your knowledge. We helped you find where your interests lie. We showed you the path to learning. Now it's your turn to understand that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Never stop learning about how to become more effective and translate your learning into action. As you leave us today, some of you are going off to a career that will afford you the opportunity to sharpen your skills learned at our Career Tech Center or at Adulton Continuing Education Center. Some of you are going to college where you will continue your education. Some of you are going to enter the military, and there you will further your knowledge and skills. No matter what path you've decided to take, you take with you all of our hopes and dreams for your success. Another of my favorite writers, Langston Hughes, wrote the following: "Life for me ain't been no crystal stair. It's had tacks in it, and splinters, and boards torn up, and places with no carpet on floor, bare. But all the time I's been a-climbing on and reaching, landing and turning corners, and sometimes going in the dark where there ain't been no light. So don't you turn back, don't you set down on the steps, 'cause you finds it kinder hard. Don't you fall down, for I's still going, I's still climbing, and life for me ain't been no crystal stair. Keep moving forward on those stairs. The district has taught you good techniques to use when times get tough. Use them. Find that great job that makes you want to get up early in the morning. Don't ever give up on yourself. While you were with us, we didn't give up on you." Congratulations.
Commencement is a dignified and proper occasion. Your respectful silence is requested during the ceremony so every family can hear their graduate's name announced as they cross the stage. Your cooperation will enhance the enjoyment and remembrance of this joyous event for all. The graduates will now be following the guides to the stage and we will present our diplomas. Remember, common courtesy and show respect for each graduate and their family by holding any applause until all graduates have been introduced.
Valedictorian Catherine
Jason Robert Suarez Jr. Jessica Marie Schultz. Timothy Thomas Moran Jr. Blanca Rosa Centino. Anthony James Robertson Jr. Brianna Marie Delacourse. Commodore Price II. Rebecca Grace Tanner. Maverick Philip Lunkowski. Kelsey Lynn Kreger. Terrence Clinton James Jr. Kendall Ray Taylor. Jacob Tyler Rinaldi. Nicole Marie Quang. Desmond Ricardo Severa. Shane Kumari. Victor Vasilina Pavlov. Danielle Rose Walter. Andrew Zacharias Guest Jr. Kaylee Marie Johnson. Austin Richard Shuck. Samantha Lane Smilling. Antonio Maurice Terrence. Rebecca Margaret Busick. Eric James Barnes. Ariel Susan Hines. Mitchell Edward Dean. Sarah Elizabeth Aboza. Jawad Lee Morton. Natalie Elias Payson. Abdulaziz Musa Abuzir. Megan Rose Myers. Thomas Vernon Brewer. Brittany Jordan Colton. Drake Curtis Kitchen. Shayna Lorraine Taylor Jones. Daniel James Croft. Crystal Victor Aurora. Alexander Jacob Wells. Summer Breeze Dunn. Kyle Allen Sluter. Haley Rose Randall. Victor Deshaun Johnson. Kylie Nicole Sutherland. James Robert Hollenbeck. Ashley Doreen Tinney. Noah Roger Griffin. Chelsea Brianna Sykes. Austin Paul Valentine. Tiffany Marie Towson. Austin Max Hager. Tatiana Kiera May Flowers. Stephen Walter Rose. Alexis Ray Gagliard. Christopher Michael Reed Jr. Kiera Chantal Janae Thornton. Michael Louis Othier II. Caitlin Marie McMahon. Kevin Dale Scott. Ajay Hurst. Anthony Carlin Long. Jacqueline Elizabeth Donnelly. Michael Stephen Fadler. Lindsay Nicole Bessinger. Michael Christopher Gordon.
Oh, come on. I gotta take you.
Victoria Silva. Jesse Gerald Reed. Candace Christine Haggerty. Brian Edward Davis. Carrie
Michael Dahl.
Caitlin Ray Barker. Stefan LaTroy Ellis. Danielle Letitia Reynolds.
Ronnie J. Farrell.
Kayla Marie Meyer. Aziz Joseph Farrell. Ashley Marie Abbott.
Louis Jose Flores.
Erica Elaine Colville. Jeffrey Douglas Franklin. Devarshay Elena Bozeman.
Dalton James Curtis.
Brittany Michelle Arledge. Kenneth Lee Gilbert III. Erica Jo Berglass.
Please allow all students' names to be read, please. Please allow all students' names to be read.
Curtis Monroe Goodwin Jr.
Sierra Michelle Frederick. Marquise Jawan Graves. Kaylee Lynn Endicott.
Sean Robert Hack.
Justine E. McNally. Cameron Jacob Henry. Taylor Marie Gibson.
Ronald Stanley Hill II.
Samantha K. Reed. Traquan Larry Powell. Michelle Shanice Samuel.
Tyler Ansel Hubbard.
Christine Beverly Acosta. Charles Lee Ingalls III. Alexandria E. Allen.
Joshua Charles Gendron.
Courtney Nicole Allen. Brandon James Johnson.
Scott Anthony Miller.
Tayan Brianna Dixon. Nicholas Jack Murakami. Courtney Hope Ditto.
Bradley David Murch.
Alana Joy Doe. Devin Joseph Mazzoli. Michaela Lynn Draper.
Jesse Raven Luke Niedermeyer.
Tanisha Nashay Egan. Ainsworth Littleton Orr. Zakia Dominique Edwards.
Daniel Martin Pixley Jr.
Ania Shante Faison. Devin Richard Powell. Megan Renee Ferguson.
Timothy David Powers.
Cassie Ann Fournier. Zachary Paul Quinn. Kira Alexi George.
Michael Jonathan Reuter.
Lachelle Denise Gibson. Jacob Charles Robinson. Christina Khadijah Gill.
Justin Andrew Robinson.
Ashley Juanita Gillum. Zachary Leon Robinson. Brianna Janae Gleason.
Javion Joseph Anthony Rogers.
Chelsea Elizabeth Ganida. Rodney Jalen Rowland Jr. Megan Faye Granger.
Daniel Rosu.
Montana Blair Grazik. Michael David Richard. Brianna Monet Guns.
Joshua Ronald Russell.
Clarissa Hardy. Caitlin Gray Zamborski. Demetria Monique Harris.
David Michael Schutzler.
Natasha Marie Hawkins. Curtis N. Schwartz. CJ Hickerson.
Esmeralda Chakazari.
Trisha Lee Holloway. Kyle David Shipley. Renee Hunter-Olet. Jesse Andrew Smitherman. Tierra Ariana Annette Jackson. Matthew Tyler Snyder. Mariah Nicole Johnson. Kevin Ray Spears. Beverly Ann Jones. Cody Jarrett Stanton. Elenia Jones. Nicholas Robert Stevens. Kenza Lynn Pooner. Nicholas Jacob Stone. Taylor Kirknall. Anthony Arnell Sumter II. Jordan Fonseca Lieber. James Michael Taylor. Miranda Francine Linder. Aaron Ronald Thomas Jr. Alexis Dejanay Liner. Nicholas Twain Thomas. Miranda McKay Leslie. Reginald Lamar Timmons Jr. Patricia Chambers Mala. Eric Anthony Turner. Ashley Turi Maples. Stephen Patrick Udell. Samia Grace Mumba Vivido. Kenneth Michael Wacker. Alexis Alexandria McCarter. David Stephen Waller. Kara Jean McKinney. Donald Zayas Waller. Jacqueline Deanna Cheyenne Mitchell. Ronald Zayas Waller. Corinne Ann Mersch. Justin Blake Weber. Khadijah Ann Moore. Curry Anthony Wilkins Westbrook. Kendall Monique Morgan. Devin Blake Weston. Caitlin Melissa Nelson. Shane Anthony Witcher. Kimberly Gloria Nolasco. Douglas Richard Wiley III. Haley Elizabeth Novak. James Deshaun Wilbert. Alexis Marie Ostrander. John Charles Witt Jr. Shanice Michelle Monday Roberts. Megan Marie Roberts. Shannon Alice Salisbury. Danielle Elizabeth Salter. Jessie Rosalia Sanchez Valdez. Tamahi Renee Scales. Crystal Sayre Sparky. Courtney Marie Sisko. Ardisha Sean Slater. Chelsea Monet Smith. Alexis Zarnay Smith Alvin. Catherine Elizabeth Steele. Brianna Marie Stone. Carol Ann Stewart. Tajana Lynn Story. Anastasia Batista Strickland. Shauna Lynn Sutton. Chelsea Marie Taylor. Shannon Joy Thomas. Amanda Lee Urban. Jerica Ann Marie Vaughn. Kelly Jean Wakeford. Champagne Desiree Walker. Corina Ivy Watts. Courtney Lynn Wilkes. Sierra Lynn Wilson. Diamond Nicole Witherspoon. Chanel Marie Woods. Amber Christine Smith. Mercedes Davida Watson. Ayanto Denise Wortham. Chanel Elise Wright. Shu Ting Hu. Sheree DeHaven Worcester.
We will now prepare for the recessional. Parents and guests are asked to remain at their seats until the floor has been cleared of graduates, faculty, and guests. Graduates will be exiting directly outside through the southwest exit. Parents, please meet your students outside by the southwest parking lot. At this time, please stand. Thank you. Congratulations, class 2012.